Good morning, everyone. Well, this is week 2 of my seafood extravaganza, and today I'm making a fantastic seafood pasta utilizing scallops, calamari, and shrimp. But first things first, in my pan, I have to add a little bit of olive oil, and as you can see, my pan was already getting hot, so this is good. It's shimmering. What I'd like to do now is add in the calamari, and I buy this frozen, I cut it into rings, and my scallops. And you're gonna put that right in here. Season that earlier with some salt and some pepper. Now, this does not take long. I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is going to cook up very, very quickly on a high heat. And I'm going to go ahead here and I am going to raise my heat all the way as high as it goes and allow this to cook until the scallops and the calamari are just cooked through and opaque. Now, I want you to see that the seafood so far that I have going in my pan is completely, but not quite, almost cooked. I'm going to put all of this back in here, and now I'm going to add more olive oil to the pan. Why, you ask? Because I have to saute now the shallots and ultimately the garlic and 2 pints of grape tomatoes that I cut into halves. Now the shallots are a sweeter onion and they don't take as long, especially because I have diced them very fine. But you do want to make sure that they're fully cooked and translucent before you continue the recipe. Now I'm going to add the garlic because my shallots are pretty much cooked all the way through. 4 big cloves of garlic. This recipe is not for the faint of heart. So there goes the garlic. That doesn't take but a second. So the next is the ingredient will be the grape tomatoes. Oh, I love the sizzle. The sizzle makes me very happy. And again, these tomatoes aren't going to take long. The mission is to soften them, and that's it. While the tomatoes are cooking, I do want you to know that I boiled my linguine, because that's what I'm using today in this recipe, al dente, and I put a little bit of olive oil on it so that it does not stick. And I have that set aside, and it's ready to go as soon as my sauce is finished. But I'm going to also tell you that I reserved a full cup of the pasta water because I will need that to loosen the sauce. So the shrimp goes in next. Now the shrimp has to cook until it starts to turn pink and it firms up a little bit. Shrimp's done. I'd be remiss if I didn't add a little bit of white wine, my Calabrian chili paste, maybe a little bit too much, but not for me. And then I'm going to season this with some more salt. I'm going to add the scallops and the calamari and all their juices back in here. Remember the reserved liquid. Take all of this, put it right back in here. Give this a good mix. Add a little bit of your liquid to loosen it up. Starting off with 1/4 cup, and then it's up to you how much more you want to add. A lot of chopped parsley. This is a 1/2 bunch, and it's the Italian parsley. Throw that in next. There you go. If that isn't love and life large, I don't know what is. A great seafood pasta with linguine, perfect for tonight's dinner. Well, I'm Rania Harris. That's what's cooking. I love you, I miss you, and bon appetit.
Ooh, I know somebody in my house that would love that.
Who, you?
Frankie.
Oh, Frankie.
He would love that.
I would love that too. It looks so good. I mean, I don't eat pasta often, but
She's amazing.
yeah, she is.
For a copy of today's recipe, go to PittsburghTodayLive.com. We have it posted for you there.